What if I told you there are secrets hidden deep within your body, dormant right now, that could add not just years, but decades to your life? Imagine a world where aging isn't a decline, but a continuous renewal, where vitality isn't a dream, but a daily reality. This isn't science fiction, it's the profound wisdom uncovered by decades of groundbreaking Japanese research, a quest sparked by an encounter so astonishing it changed the course of scientific understanding forever. Get ready, because the way you think about your body and your future is about to be completely transformed. Our journey begins in 1975 on the serene, sun-drenched island of Okinawa, Japan. A young, skeptical cardiologist from Tokyo, Dr. Makoto Suzuki, received a rather unusual call. His colleague was insistent. "Doctor, you need to see this. There's a 100-year-old woman in Yomitan village who's outside cutting grass with a sickle." Dr. Suzuki, anticipating a frail, perhaps confused elder, drove out with a mind full of medical preconceptions. What he discovered instead defied all logic, a woman radiating such vibrant energy, so full of life, that she didn't even consider herself out of the ordinary. This singular moment was more than just an interesting anecdote. It was the spark for a monumental 50-year quest that would ultimately unveil the astonishing secrets to human longevity, secrets now poised to unlock your body's inherent power to literally regenerate itself. But here's the truly shocking twist. While Dr. Suzuki was meticulously documenting these incredible centenarians, another brilliant Japanese scientist was making a discovery so monumental it would earn him the Nobel Prize. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi had stumbled upon something extraordinary, an army of tiny cellular janitors working tirelessly inside every single cell of your body, programmed to devour cancer cells, melt away fat, and reverse the relentless march of aging. The catch? These microscopic heroes only spring into action under very specific conditions. And here's the kicker that will change everything you thought you knew about daily life. Most of us are accidentally shutting them down every single day through habits that seem utterly harmless. Today, we're not just going to tell you how these visionary Japanese scientists cracked the code of cellular regeneration. We're going to reveal how you can activate this hidden superpower starting as soon as tonight. But first, let's rewind to the day that irrevocably altered Dr. Osumi's life, and in turn could change yours forever. It was 1988, and Dr. Yoshinori Osumi found himself staring intently through a microscope, a mix of frustration and unwavering curiosity etched on his face. For months, he had been grappling with a perplexing cellular phenomenon. Why did cells sometimes appear to consume parts of themselves? His peers largely dismissed his pursuit as a fruitless endeavor, labeling it mere cellular garbage disposal. Yet Osumi harbored a powerful hunch, a gut feeling that there was far more to this biological mystery. Driven by this intuition, he meticulously engineered special yeast cells and, crucially, deprived them of nutrients. What unfolded next beneath his microscope was nothing short of miraculous. He observed cellular structures he had never witnessed before. Tiny, voracious entities resembling microscopic Pac-Men, diligently gobbling up damaged components within the cell and ingeniously recycling them into vital energy and essential building blocks. This wasn't just cellular tidying. Dr. Osumi had, in fact, discovered autophagy, a term literally meaning self-eating, and arguably your body's most powerful, built-in anti-aging mechanism. This profound process doesn't merely clean house. It's akin to having a highly efficient renovation crew within each cell, systematically dismantling old, damaged parts and meticulously rebuilding them, stronger and more resilient than before. The scientific community was left utterly stunned. Here was incontrovertible proof that the human body possessed an intrinsic fountain of youth, a self-renewal system more potent than any concoction imagined. However, there was a critical caveat. Autophagy, this incredible cellular regeneration, only truly activates when your body perceives itself to be in a state of survival mode. It was this crucial insight that led Dr. Osumi to a realization that would connect his lab work to ancient wisdom. The remarkably simple, yet profoundly impactful eating habits of the Okinawan centenarians were, entirely by accident, triggering this life-extending process every single day. Meanwhile, back on the verdant island of Okinawa, Dr. Suzuki found himself captivated by the image of that grass-cutting centenarian, a picture of vibrant longevity that he simply couldn't shake from his mind. This initial encounter ignited a passionate pursuit, leading him to visit more and more of the island's elderly residents. What he meticulously documented defied every conventional understanding of aging. These individuals weren't merely extending their years, they were elevating the very quality of those years. At an astonishing 95, many were still actively engaged in farming, tending to their fields with robust energy. At 100, they weren't just alive, they were dancing, embodying a joyful vitality that seemed to defy the calendar. Their arteries, often a telltale sign of age-related decline, were remarkably clean, often healthier than those of individuals half their age. Furthermore, their rates of chronic diseases, particularly cancer, were virtually non-existent. Their secret, Dr. Suzuki quickly realized, wasn't to be found in modern pharmaceuticals or complex medical procedures. Instead, it was deeply embedded in something they did almost instinctively 3 times a day without a moment's conscious thought. Dr. Suzuki soon discovered they adhered to an ancient Confucian principle known as hara hachibu. Before every meal, they would quietly and mindfully remind themselves, "Eat until you are 8 parts full." This wasn't about feeling stuffed or even completely satisfied, it was about achieving a comfortable contentment, a subtle feeling of being just 80% full. It sounds deceptively simple, doesn't it? But here's the profound insight Dr. Suzuki gleaned. By consistently stopping at approximately 80% fullness, these centenarians were inadvertently creating the precise physiological conditions required to effortlessly flip the autophagy switch. Their cells were experiencing just enough gentle stress, a subtle metabolic challenge, to trigger the vital cleanup and repair processes, yet not so much that it became detrimental. Picture your cells as a bustling factory. When you constantly overstuff your body with food, all the factory workers are perpetually occupied processing new raw materials. There's no time, no metabolic bandwidth for essential maintenance, repair, or renovation. But when you consciously give them a break, when you consistently stop at 80% fullness, it's as if the night shift suddenly clocks in. They begin the crucial work of cleaning, repairing, and efficiently discarding damaged equipment, ensuring the factory remains optimally functional and resilient. But the story of longevity and cellular regeneration gets even more astonishing. Enter Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, a figure who would become a living legend in Japan, not merely as a researcher, but as a testament to the very principles he championed. This was a man who didn't just study these life-extending concepts, he lived them vibrantly, every single day, until an incredible age of 105. Dr. Hinohara experienced a profound revelation early in his distinguished career. He observed a striking correlation. Patients grappling with serious digestive problems almost invariably presented with issues throughout the rest of their bodies. Their skin often appeared prematurely aged, their energy levels were perpetually low, and their immune systems were consistently compromised. It was then that he grasped a fundamental truth. Your gut health is not just another aspect of well-being. It is the absolute master switch, the foundational pillar that dictates the health and vitality of every other system in your body. From this profound understanding, he developed what he termed his life extension protocol. Yet its elegance lay in its sheer simplicity, far from being complicated or restrictive. Dr. Hinohara adhered to a regimen of a light breakfast, a minimal lunch, and reserved his main meal for dinner. However, the true linchpin of his protocol was a meticulously observed timing. He would conclude his evening meal by 6:00 p.m. and abstain from eating again until 10 a.m. the following day. This deliberate 16-hour window was not arbitrary. It was a conscious decision to give his body ample, uninterrupted time to activate its profound repair and regeneration systems. The results were nothing short of extraordinary. At the remarkable age of 100, Dr. Hinohara was still actively seeing patients, sharing his wisdom and compassion. At 102, he was boarding planes, flying to New York to deliver lectures, his mind sharp and his spirit unyielding. He routinely worked 18-hour days, often feeling more energetic and focused than individuals half his age. When reporters, captivated by his vigor, pressed him for his secret, he would simply smile and declare, "I give my body time to clean house every night." Meanwhile, across the Pacific, Dr. Hiromi Shinya, a Japanese-American doctor, was making discoveries that would profoundly shock the Western medical world. Dr. Shinya had pioneered an innovative method for peering directly inside people's digestive systems, and what he observed utterly transformed everything he thought he knew about human health. Over an impressive span of 30 years, Dr. Shinya meticulously examined the colons of over 300,000 individuals. His expertise grew to such an extent that he could accurately predict a person's overall health status simply by observing the condition of their digestive tract. He noted a stark contrast. Individuals who consumed diets rich in processed foods, copious amounts of meat, and dairy products exhibited thick, shortened colons with clear signs of damage and inflammation. Conversely, those who adhered to traditional Japanese diets displayed colons that were notably longer, remarkably cleaner, and appeared, biologically speaking, decades younger. But here's the detail that truly blew his mind and confirmed a pivotal piece of the longevity puzzle. The individuals with the most pristine, healthiest guts were those who consistently provided their digestive systems with extended periods of rest. These weren't people following fashionable fad diets or investing in expensive exotic supplements. They were simply and instinctively mimicking the ancient eating patterns of their ancestors, consuming their meals within a compressed eating window and engaging in periods of extended fasting. Dr. Shinya's profound realization was this: when you perpetually inundate your digestive system with a constant stream of food, it never gets a precious opportunity to repair, restore, and rejuvenate itself. However, when you deliberately give it a restorative break of 14 to 16 hours, something truly magical, a cascade of restorative processes, begins to unfold. The delicate cells lining your gut commence an intensive regeneration process. Your liver, the body's primary detoxification organ, initiates its deep cleaning protocols. In essence, your entire body undergoes a profound metabolic shift, transitioning into an optimized repair and renewal mode. Now, here is where all these groundbreaking discoveries converge into a powerful, actionable strategy you can implement tonight. Dr. Osumi's Nobel Prize-winning research irrevocably revealed that autophagy doesn't just happen randomly or on a whim. There exists a specific, scientifically identified window when this vital cellular regeneration becomes most intensely active, and it's likely not when you might assume. Most people mistakenly believe that the cellular magic primarily occurs during sleep, but that's only a fraction of the truth. The real accelerated activation of your cellular janitors happens in the final crucial hours before you naturally awaken, specifically when your body has been in a fasted state for approximately 12 to 16 hours. This is the precise metabolic sweet spot when your cellular cleanup crews clock in for their most intensive, transformative work shift. However, herein lies the critical problem with prevalent modern eating patterns. We inadvertently shut down this profound process before it can fully work its magic. We wake up and almost immediately we flood our systems with food, sending an unequivocal signal to our bodies that effectively says, cancel the cleanup crew, new shipments of energy are constantly arriving. The Okinawan centenarians, through generations of lived wisdom, instinctively discovered something profoundly different. They learned to extend that magical fasting window, often stretching it to a consistent 16 or even 18 hours. During these extended periods, their cells weren't merely surviving, they were actively thriving, systematically rebuilding, and growing demonstrably stronger and more resilient from the inside out. Dr. Suzuki, during his decades of meticulous research, unearthed yet another fascinating discovery. The Okinawan centenarians weren't just eating less overall, they were consuming an entirely different array of staple foods compared to the rest of Japan. While the typical Japanese diet heavily featured white rice as its primary carbohydrate source, the Okinawans predominantly relied on purple sweet potatoes. This wasn't a matter of random chance. These vibrant sweet potatoes are uniquely packed with specific compounds that actively enhance and promote autophagy. Crucially, they possess a low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause rapid spikes in insulin, which would otherwise prematurely shut down the critical cellular cleanup process. Instead, these purple powerhouses provide a steady, sustained release of energy while simultaneously maintaining your body in an optimal metabolic state that actively encourages cellular repair and regeneration. But the purple sweet potatoes were merely the beginning of their nutritional wisdom. Dr. Suzuki meticulously documented how these centenarians consistently filled their plates with an astonishing variety of nutrient-dense foods: bitter melon, mineral-rich seaweed, wholesome tofu, and a vibrant spectrum of vegetables in every imaginable color of the rainbow. Each individual food wasn't just a source of sustenance, it was like adding another precision tool to their intricate cellular repair kit. The bitter melon, for instance, contains powerful compounds that expertly help regulate blood sugar levels and maintain consistently low insulin, both absolutely essential conditions for sustaining optimal autophagy. The seaweed, a staple of their diet, provides a rich array of essential minerals that vigorously support the body's natural detoxification processes. And the kaleidoscope of colorful vegetables delivers a potent cascade of antioxidants, crucial for safeguarding cells during the intensive repair and rejuvenation phase. Here's a nuanced detail, often overlooked by most, that further illuminates their holistic approach to longevity. These centenarians weren't just meticulous about what they ate, they were remarkably strategic about what they drank. Dr. Suzuki observed that many of his healthiest subjects ritualistically engaged in a daily tea ceremony, a mindful practice that often extended for hours. This wasn't solely about relaxation or social custom. The specific teas they selected, jasmine, potent green tea, and unique Okinawan blends, were imbued with compounds that actively supported and enhanced the autophagy process. The polyphenols abundant in green tea, for example, play a crucial role in protecting cells during the vigorous cleanup and repair phases. Even more intriguingly, the mindful ritual of slowly sipping tea throughout the day inadvertently aided them in practicing portion control without conscious effort. When one is deeply focused on the sensory experience of mindfully drinking tea, they are inherently less inclined to engage in mindless snacking, thus accidentally optimizing yet another pathway for cellular regeneration. Dr. Hinohara, ever the keen observer, made a discovery that profoundly reshaped his approach to the very first meal of the day. Diverging from the traditional heavy breakfast, he would consciously begin his mornings with fresh vegetable juice, typically carrot or apple, enhanced with a crucial tablespoon of olive oil. This wasn't merely a nutritional choice. The olive oil played a strategic role in slowing the absorption of natural sugars from the juice, thereby preventing the abrupt insulin spike that would inevitably shut down the precious autophagy process. The vegetable juice, meanwhile, delivered a concentrated burst of essential nutrients without overwhelming a digestive system that had diligently worked all night to clean and repair itself. But here's the pivotal detail. He would consume only half a glass, then deliberately wait 20 minutes before allowing himself any solid food. This intentional pause granted his body the gentle transition it needed, gracefully shifting from the fasted state to the fed state, thereby maximizing the profound benefits accrued during both critical phases of metabolic activity. What Dr. Suzuki, Dr. Hinohara, and Dr. Shinya all independently discovered across their varied research disciplines was unequivocally this: timing wasn't merely important, it was the absolute essence of optimal health and longevity. The human body, an ancient marvel of biological engineering, operates on profound, ingrained rhythms that inherently anticipate alternating periods of both feasting and crucial fasting. When we, through modern habits, relentlessly disrupt these fundamental rhythms with constant, uninterrupted eating, we inadvertently dismantle the very sophisticated mechanisms specifically designed to keep us vibrantly healthy and eternally youthful. The optimal pattern they consistently unearthed was strikingly clear. Aim to finish your last meal of the day by 6 Sakian or 7 RPM. Go to bed feeling comfortably light with a slightly empty stomach. Upon waking, conscientiously wait at least 12 hours and ideally 16 before consuming your first substantial meal. During this extended window of metabolic rest, your cellular repair crews are working overtime, tirelessly fixing damage, efficiently eliminating toxins, and literally rebuilding you from the inside out, cell by precious cell. But here's what truly differentiates this approach from fleeting, trendy fasting diets. This isn't about deprivation, extreme measures, or rigid restrictions. It's about a profound harmony, a conscious decision to work with your body's ancient, innate rhythms, precisely as the Okinawan centenarians have effortlessly done for countless generations, unlocking an enduring blueprint for vitality. Here's the sobering reality that underscores the urgency and relevance of this ancient wisdom. Dr. Suzuki's most recent research reveals a concerning trend. Younger Okinawans are, tragically, losing their ancestral longevity advantage. As they increasingly adopt Western eating patterns, characterized by processed foods, incessant snacking throughout the day, and late-night meals, their health outcomes are alarmingly beginning to mirror those of Americans. This stark observation offers undeniable proof that genetics alone are not destiny. The Okinawan centenarians are not living longer simply because of some unique inherent longevity genes. They are living longer and living better because of a specific intentional set of daily behaviors and practices. And the moment those fundamental behaviors shift, the profound, life-extending results inevitably change as well. But here's the powerful message of hope embedded within this reality. If adopting Western habits can unfortunately diminish longevity, then consciously adopting centenarian habits can, with equal certainty, restore and amplify it. Your sophisticated cellular repair systems are not only waiting, but are fully primed and ready to spring into action the moment you provide them with the precise, ancient signals they crave. So, how do you actively awaken this ancient wisdom and unleash your body's profound capacity for self-renewal? Starting tonight, informed by 5 decades of unparalleled research from these pioneering Japanese scientists, here is your practical, step-by-step cellular activation sequence. Week 1. Embrace Harahachibu. At each meal, cultivate the conscious habit of pausing when you feel approximately 80% full. This isn't about rigid measuring or meticulous calorie counting. It's about deeply tuning into your body's subtle hunger and satiety signals. You should feel a sense of comfortable satisfaction, but emphatically not stuffed, bloated, or lethargic. You should feel content, not sleepy. Week 2. Gradually extend your overnight fast. Begin by establishing a comfortable 12-hour gap between your last meal of the day and your first meal the following morning. For instance, if you finish dinner at 7 p.m., aim to not eat again until 7 a.m. Once this becomes a natural and comfortable rhythm, gently stretch this fasting window to 14 hours, and then progressively to 16 hours, observing how your body adapts and responds. Week 3. Transform your morning ritual. Instead of immediately consuming solid food, consciously choose to break your fast with fresh vegetable juice or a soothing herbal tea. After drinking, allow for a deliberate 20-minute pause before introducing any solid food. Then, enjoy a light, nutrient-dense meal meticulously focused on vibrant vegetables, healthy fats, and high-quality lean proteins. Week 4. Optimize your main meal. Following the timeless Okinawan model, transform your main meal into a joyous celebration of colorful, whole, unprocessed foods. Embrace purple sweet potatoes, an abundance of leafy greens, mineral-rich seaweed, wholesome tofu, and modest portions of fish or lean meat. Enhance the flavors and cellular benefits by seasoning generously with turmeric, ginger, and garlic, all powerful natural autophagy enhancers. What incredible transformations can you expect as your diligent cellular cleanup crews are reactivated and get back to their vital work? The changes, much like Dr. Suzuki observed in his centenarians, will unfold in distinct beneficial waves. Days 1 to 7, you will likely notice a significant improvement in your energy levels, particularly in the late afternoon, a time when you might typically experience a slump or crash. Your sleep will deepen, becoming more restorative as your body naturally realigns itself with its inherent repair and regeneration rhythms. Weeks 2 to 4. Your mental clarity will dramatically improve. That frustrating afternoon brain fog will begin to dissipate, replaced by sharper focus and sustained cognitive function. Your skin will start to look clearer, more radiant, and possess a healthy glow. You might even observe that your clothes fit more comfortably even before any significant weight loss, as your body becomes inherently more efficient and less inflamed. Months 2 to 6, this is where the true, profound magic of cellular regeneration truly manifests. Your immune system will noticeably strengthen, making you more resilient. Minor aches and pains, once a persistent nuisance, will begin to disappear. Others around you will start commenting that you look visibly younger, more vibrant, and full of life. Your energy will become remarkably steady and consistent throughout the entire day, replacing the old patterns of spiking and crashing. As I conclude this exploration, it's inspiring to note that Dr. Makoto Suzuki continues his groundbreaking research at the remarkable age of 92, a living embodiment of the principles he champions. He recently embarked on learning a new musical instrument, a 3-string sanshin, proving that the insatiable curiosity and profound joy of learning, characteristic of his beloved centenarians, continue to propel him forward. Dr. Osumi's Nobel Prize-winning research has since spawned thousands of further studies, all unequivocally confirming the revolutionary insights he gleaned from those humble yeast cells decades ago. Your body possesses an astounding, innate capacity for self-renewal, but this incredible potential can only be fully unleashed when you provide it with the precise, optimal conditions it inherently requires. The profound wisdom painstakingly discovered by these visionary Japanese pioneers is not confined to expensive, exclusive treatments or daunting, complicated protocols. It is instead a timeless, accessible gift, available to anyone willing to consciously work with their body's ancient, rhythmic intelligence, rather than inadvertently fighting against it. Tonight, as you thoughtfully conclude your last meal a little earlier than usual, remember that you are not merely altering your eating schedule. You are actively awakening dormant cellular repair systems that have patiently awaited this profound signal for perhaps years or even decades. You are consciously joining a sacred tradition that stretches back through countless generations of the world's longest-lived, most vibrant people. Your personal transformation, your journey to renewed vitality, begins with a single, empowered choice: the conscious decision to give your body the invaluable gift of time. Time to heal, time to repair, and time to profoundly regenerate itself from its deepest cellular core. The results, as thousands of Japanese centenarians can unequivocally attest, are nothing short of extraordinary.